Well, we made it to Leadville. It's really beautiful here. It's a little cloudy today, but it's really beautiful. You can hear those hummingbirds. There's hundreds of hummingbirds all over. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow is Rika's big day. Mm-hmm. I've been training hard for 6 months, 8 months for the run. And it was going to be a 50-mile run here in Leadville, but it got canceled. And actually, it got postponed till next year. So we're still out here with our good friends, Lori and Doug, and our new great friend, Amanda, who's our coach. And Rika's going to step up tomorrow, see how far she can run starting at 10,200 feet in 14 hours.
Right.
And I'm guessing it could be around 5,000 vertical feet of up. And some of this stuff is nasty. And some of it is really, really rocky. So I am going to be taking the bicycle tomorrow and riding where I can keep up. And hopefully we'll have a GoPro of that. So with that, Rika, what are your thoughts? Where's your head at with all this?
Well,
go ahead and take that and eat.
Well, I'm excited. But it took me a little bit to get here. I've been acclimatizing to this altitude, and I tell you, the altitude is a killer. So what I usually run 10-minute miles at like 146 beats a minute heart rate, my heart can barely get up to that. Like I'm beating at 140 and then I'm feeling out of breath, which feels terrible, and it's because of the altitude. So at first, with all the training runs, I was feeling a little discouraged because I realized my run's going to be a bit slower than I'd like it to be to complete the 50 miles in 14 hours. So instead, I'm looking at it that I will run for as long as I can and up to 14 hours. And if I feel tired and want to stop, I will stop. And if I run 14 hours and get to a certain mileage, that'll be great too. So that's how I'm going to treat it. And I'm going to have fun because Chris is going to ride along with me a lot of the way. And Doug, who is our wonderful host with Laurie, they're going to help pace me with either riding on their bicycle or they're going to run with me. Laurie's going to run Turquoise Lake with me. And Amanda, our great coach, is also going to be part of this whole support group. So I'm really excited to have all this love and support from these lovely people, particularly this good man here, Chris, my wonderful husband. So I'm very excited to be doing it and seeing how far I go and how well I do, and treating it all as a learning experience. And I'm sure I'll learn a lot about myself and what I'm capable of doing, and go from there for next year, because next year we're both entered to run our different races. So I'll train a different way or train something else, just know because now I know what to expect. And maybe come up here for longer to train and get acclimatized to the altitude. But I'm really excited. All my gear is ready and all my food and water, and there'll be support with the extra food and extra water that I'll need. And so now I'm just eating up my soup, my pho, and I'll shower up and then go to bed really early. So I'm very excited. So wish me luck and send good thoughts my way as I walk in this high elevation.
All right. Well done. I can say for me, I finished... I did the Leadville 100 mountain bike race. I did the course over the last 3 days with Amanda. And, Amanda won the foot race twice. She's just absolutely badass. And she was a little cooked, When you have an 11-mile uphill and you go up 3,500, 4,500 feet in altitude, it's just like, holy crap, my legs are on a different planet. So I had to dig deep, kind of even finish the third day. We did 40 miles and about 3,500 feet. But I think both of us are pushing our envelope. And it's going to be the first time that maybe we hit that envelope. I'm not going to build a self-fulfilling prophecy yet, but it is interesting, the emotions attached with that. But we do both believe that by doing this, it makes us better, makes us push us in other ways, and you start seeing what's available. So Anything else? Otherwise, I'm going to walk them through and sort of show what we're doing.
Well, that's a good point. It's about testing, like testing your limits or testing how far you can go. And with that comes a lot of emotion as well, like ups and downs of what you can do and what you think you can't do, and staying positive. And something that I learned through this whole experience of doing the runs and going through these ups and downs of what was I capable of, I learned I was putting pressure on myself, and that wasn't necessary. Nobody else was expecting anything of me but me. So the pressure was huge, so I had to back that off. I asked Chris what was his success for doing his huge bike rides, 35, 36, 40 miles a day to complete 100 miles in 3 days. And he said a positive attitude. And I realized that my positive attitude had been used up maybe, and I had to replenish it and keep up with the positive attitude. So that's really important. And then I realized we were testing each other's, well, I was testing my patience. I was testing Chris's patience. He was doing so well with the altitude that, in a way, he was testing my patience on that level too. Like, he can do it. He's got the altitude. And then the last thing I realized was, you know what? It's okay. Release the pressure and be playful. This is playful. This is me choosing to do it. So I'm going to enjoy myself and have lots of fun and play with it. So I learned quite a few things about myself. And then, it is another P, a psychology. Lots of head work going on, keeping positive and telling yourself good thoughts. That's what it's about.
I told Doug and Amanda, and Doug is a machine. And Amanda and Lori, oh my God, they're all machines. But Doug is just like a machine on the up. And I told Amanda yesterday, I'm just like, part of my head is like, oh God, I'm cooked, because we did, it's another 6 mile or 3 mile uphill. And I was just like, holy crap. I'm tired, and I realize my head's grumpy, but I look down at my legs almost like an out of bike, like, holy shit, the legs are still going. They're still pumping away. All right, I guess that's just in my head. Keep going. Get to that next set of trees. Get to that next set of, step by step. Mm-hmm. But it's the kind of thing that, the Henry Ford quote, whether you believe you can or you can't, there's a lot of truth to it. And finding that outer limit is interesting. So, but we're being smart about it. Doug is a former medical director for the Leadville series and ER doc. And Lori is a PA who's got lots of backcountry experience. And she trains world champions. So we're just like super, super fortunate. So with that, give you a little tour here. There's a garage in the camper. Filled with bike stuff. We're going to have a ton of extra water. We do salt tablets about every hour. We do 150 to 200 calories an hour. We've been testing what we can and can't eat. And then tomorrow, we've got water, we've got moleskin, we've got nutritional things, mouthwash, toothpaste. Amazing how if you've been going for 4 or 5 hours, it's really refreshing. Have that done. So, and the fact that we're going to have such a big crew tomorrow is just, again, so very fortunate with all this. So, as a reminder, 8-10 years ago, I was almost 100 pounds heavier. New prosthetics. I'm not trying to preach or tell anybody what they should do or go out and do 100-mile, nothing. But do push yourselves. You deserve it. I couldn't be happier that we're pushing these things. It's been really valuable for us. So, thanks for listening. We'll see how tomorrow goes.